The second module in Unit B603 is Religion and Medical Ethics. We looked at this from a Christian point of view. There are several technical terms that you need to be familiar with and be able to use with confidence in the A, B and C part questions. These technical terms start with abortion. Abortion is the termination of a pregnancy. Fertility treatment is a medical intervention to help an infertile couple conceive. Cloning is the act of making an exact genetic replica of a living being. Euthanasia is assisted suicide or mercy killing. Suicide is when someone takes their own life. Medical research is about improving medical provision by experimentation. Stewardship is when we look after or care for nature and animals. And dominion is about having power over. Okay, so let's move on to the contents of this module. There are 4 parts to the module. The first part is about Christian attitudes towards abortion. The second part is Christian attitudes towards fertility treatment and cloning. The third is about attitudes towards euthanasia and suicide. And the fourth part is using animals in medical research. Before we specifically look at attitudes about abortion, euthanasia, suicide, cloning and fertility treatment, I want to talk you through different Christian teachings towards those issues. You'll remember that fundamentalist or Roman Catholics have a different attitude towards abortion, euthanasia, suicide and fertility treatment than liberal or Anglican Christians. You'll also remember that there are 7 fundamentalist or Roman Catholic teachings that can be used to argue against those things, and that there is an easy phrase to remember them: Paul Green makes good egg sandwiches today. So Roman Catholics are against, for instance, abortion, euthanasia, fertility treatment and so on, because God has got a plan for everyone. That's the P from Paul. Or that God gives life and only God should take it. And that's the G from Green. Or that we shouldn't be committing murder. That's the M from Makes. Or life is a gift from God. And that's the G from Good. All life is equal as well, which is the E from Egg. The S is all life is sacred from Sandwiches. And the final T for today is the body is a temple. So if there was a question that asked you about Christian teachings or attitudes and justification for those attitudes, you could use those 7 teachings: that God's got a plan for everyone, and that abortion or euthanasia or suicide goes against that plan; that God gives life and only God should take it, and when a surgeon carries out an abortion or somebody helps someone else to die, they're playing God; and that we shouldn't be committing murder, and abortion or euthanasia or suicide is murder; or that life is a gift from God, not a gift from a surgeon, as in cloning or fertility treatment; or that all life is sacred, even the unborn child inside a mother's womb that's being aborted; or that the body is a temple, and that suicide or euthanasia or any of those medical interventions is not treating the body appropriately. So those are the fundamentalist teachings that we covered, and you would need to mention them all if you have the time in the exam. Equally, liberal Christians are against those issues, but only in principle, because they do accept that we need to act in a compassionate way in life, and that not always life is perfect. They would say that we should do the most loving thing, and that, for instance, if a woman was going to suffer medical problems or perhaps die, she didn't have an abortion, then abortion might be the appropriate way of moving forward. Equally, they say we should treat others as we wish to be treated ourselves, which is the golden rule. So foremost, you would apply those teachings to any of the issues connected with abortion, suicide, euthanasia, fertility treatment and cloning.